Question 16, Don says, experience is seated on the square of the material illusion, which is colored much darker than in card number 3. However, there is a cat inside this. I am guessing that as experience is gained, the second density nature of the illusion is understood and the negative and positive aspects are separated. Would Ra comment on this? Yeah, this sounds very strange. Ra says, this interpretation varies markedly from Ra's intention. We direct the attention to the cultural meaning of the great cat which guards. What, O student, does it guard? And with what oriflame does it lighten that darkness of manifestation? The polarities are indeed present, the separation non-existent except through the sifting, which is the result of cumulative experience. Other impressions were intended by this configuration of the seated image with its milk-white leg and its pointed foot. Woo, that's a lot. We can spend easily half hour here. And I'm just going to break down what I see, and I won't go into all the details. That's not the purpose of this video, episode, what have you. So, Don is saying something that doesn't quite rings anything to me. There is a box that's usually representing the illusion, right? Okay, and there's a cat inside the box or the cage. And then the cat is a second density nature of the illusion, understood the negative and positive as. This is too messy. I won't even play with this. So what's happening here? Let's bring it to pragmatic terms, and then we'll analyze what Ra says. Experience of third density, as I said, is facing separation, is facing illusion, is facing falsehood. There is no separation. For example, this is very helpful if you're into non-duality. If you recognize that you are awareness, okay, you are awareness. All you know is the awareness of experience. No, go no further than that. All you know is the awareness of experience. Okay? And yet experience is seducing you, enticing you into believing that there is space and that time is flowing. Right? And so you say, yes, I am a being, an object, or a subject, experiencing things in the world. See, that's a belief. That's not what you're experiencing. What you're experiencing is pure awareness. Yes, awareness does color itself in space and time, objects, subjects, the world in general. However, you have no proof of that. All the proof that you have is awareness itself. So, keep in mind awareness here, because awareness is the only thing that is true in your life. Thoughts, objects, people, things in the world, situations, past, history, all of that is a belief, is something that you have grown up and accumulated within yourself. Okay, so think about separation as belief, consciousness or awareness as knowledge. You know that. You believe the other. You know awareness, you believe the rest. Okay, that's it. Just keep that in mind. What is the meaning of the cat here? First of all, the entity in the card is facing darkness, is facing, when I say darkness, illusion, and separation, I mean the same thing. I mean division, duality. It's facing duality, right? And so as it faces reality interpreted as dual, as divided, then it is easy, obviously, to interpret things are being separated and say, yes, that's what I see. Things are as I perceive them. But that is not true. Now, you see, what does the cat what is the cultural meaning of the cat? A cat, this I take again, I praise Joseph Cortez from bringing this up in his interpretations. A cat can see in the dark. Isn't that so? A cat has clear vision in the dark. In other words, darkness does not affect the vision of the cat. I mean, culturally, right? It does affect, I'm sure. Some scientist would raise his hand and say, well, it does in the periphery, so on. I don't know. Culturally, that's what it means. It can face the dark and still see clear. Okay. What is it guarding? Well, it guards truth. It guards sight, pure vision, awareness. What is that oriflamme? Oriflamme was the banner or standard in France by Charlemagne. Again, I'm not a historian, but that I know from my poor sources of information in the past. The oriflamme was that banner. If you ever watched the show Vikings, they did a good depiction of that in the invasion of France. Probably the height of the whole show was on that season when they invaded France, and you can see the oriflamme there. So yeah, it was supposed to bring this divinity inspiration into battle, and yes, inspire the soldiers and so on. I said it was a representation of godliness and the righteousness of our intention and so on. So again, France, Charlemagne, the whole thing. So what oriflamme? This could be interpreted as, what is that banner of truth that you have within you? Well, that would be awareness, right? With what oriflamme does it lighten that darkness of manifestation? It's just beautiful, you see. Manifestation is this illusion, this darkness, this perception of duality. And yet awareness is that which is present within the illusion and allowing us to see clearly. Ross says the polarities are indeed present. Yes, there are polarities. There is truth, and then there is falsehood, deceit, illusion. That's the polarity. Truth and not truth. The separation non-existent except through the sifting, which is the result of cumulative experience. So the belief that I said in my explanation, my non-dual explanation of what it is, the belief that you have is just cumulative experience that creates the idea of separation. You get that? Let me reread it. The polarities are indeed present. The separation non-existent, right? There is no separation except through the sifting, right? Discerning. And sifting is like discern, when you sift flour on a sift, of course, which is the result of cumulative experience. So belief, cumulative experience is belief. Other impressions were intended by this configuration of the seated image, or the person seated there, with its milk white leg and its pointed foot. Okay, I hope this is making sense, because it's beautiful if we can see it from the simplicity of non-dual awareness, which is the nature of ourselves. It's so simple. That's why I as much as I like talking about this, I don't like teaching, because it's too complex for me. I can barely consider myself a low student of the Tarot or the archetypical mind, so I prefer not to do this as the method for people to awaken to their true nature. I don't think it's necessary. So again, I'm not this, yeah, I'm not saying the tarot shouldn't be studied. Okay, people will find it and it's amazing and great, but I personally don't find it useful in my own way of seeing things.